Top 10 bit picks in the 2025 NBA draft. This is what we're gonna do. We are able to pick a player from the top 10 of this coming draft. I summed the rest of the season. So the MVP is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Stephon Castle wins Rookie of the Year. I'm very big on him. I really am. Peyton Pritchard wins Sixth Man. He should obviously win it in real life. That's just how I feel. Dyson Daniels wins Defensive Player of the Year. Who's like some of these players? Like blocks. Wemby's out. Kessler's out. Kessler only played 63 games. Brook Lopez didn't really do good. What about steals? Who led in steals? DeJounte Murray's out. Luke is out. That's an interesting one. Dyson Daniels wins Defensive Player of the Year. Christian Braun wins Most Improved. Trae Young wins Clutch. And Mark Daigneault wins Coach. And Tamika House wins GM. Alright. First team. You got Shai, Jokic, Giannis, Trae Young, Cade Cunningham. Second team. You got Jason Tatum, LeBron James, and James Harden. Karl Anthony Towns, Domantas Sabonis. Third team. Kevin Durant, Şengün, Lillard, Broker, and Edwards. Defensive first team. Dyson Daniels, Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Rudy Gobert, and Ben Thompson. All defensive second team. Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson, Draymond Green, Shai, and the big man they call Zubac. Crazy. Castle, rookies. Alright. You got Stephon Castle, Alex Sarr, Messi, Isaiah Collier, Ricochet. Second is Zach Edey, Carlton, Kellen Ware, David Cleveland, and Jalen Wells. That's interesting. Okay, so in the first round, we're going to go to Sim. So you get OKC and Dallas. And then you get Cleveland and Chicago, Denver and Houston, Indiana and Detroit, Golden State and Minnesota, Knicks and Milwaukee, Lakers and Clippers, Boston and Atlanta. So this is actually a little fun bracket. We are going to sim cast the game 7s. If there's any game 7s, I am pulling for the Lakers to go all the way. I'm not going to lie to you. And the Clippers is on a run. And the Lakers get it done finally. Alright, so we got a game 7. Alrighty, so 2 game 7s. Chicago. Okay, I'm pulling for Atlanta because I want to see a new champion. Come on, Atlanta. Knock off them, bro. Oh, they're going to do it. Unless they come back. Unless they come back. Oh, and Atlanta beats Boston. Alright. That's cool. Trae Young, I love you. Let's see. Cleveland versus Chicago. I don't really care who wins this game. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Do we jump in this? We're jumping in this. I'm going to try to hit these.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
Alrighty.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Strus
First, alright, okay. So we hit 1.
is checked in, and the second of 2 is good.
Already,
and
I'm
that
pulling
ties
for
this
Chicago.
game up.
This team thinks they should be up in front,
I'm
but
good with whoever
at least they
wins this
tied
game.
it up.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's the 5 from Cleveland right now.
More often than not,
Good
he'll
Allen
cash
with
it
the
in
ball,
from that area.
passes it.
The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Here's Mitchell. And no good.
Good D
Had a
from
chance to
Kobe
take the
White.
lead. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc
White's
here in the
open.
fourth.
The corner.
Connects from
And
downtown.
White.
White's got 10 points here in the second half.
A great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees
What a
the
game,
floor so
bro.
well.
Pass to
Allen.
Allen.
Mitchell. To Jared Allen.
Now here's Mitchell.
By Jerome.
A little
Mitchell.
mid-range shot is
Mitchell.
up.
Space.
Grown man
Shoot.
point
Shoot.
from Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell.
His team trusts him, and rightfully so. Mitchell makes so many big, important shots because he is a
Yes!
Voocha with a nice
Great to
leg.
see guys who don't back
He's
down
got
under
25
pressure.
points now.
He knew what they needed here and was determined
Go
to
do,
deliver.
Now here's
Go do,
Mitchell.
boys. Go on. With the ball, shoot.
And he buries it.
Smashes it.
Oh, what a sensational
Can't make
bucket.
mistakes
That
now.
brings him within
Not
one.
make mistakes.
Grant, they'd love to
Bulls
build
is
the
gonna
clock
play
here.
perfect
No
basketball.
question.
Keep the
They're in a
clock,
great
get a
situation
good
right
look,
here.
shoot. Passing to Vooch. Vooch is a nice fucking ball.
Vucevic, the pass to
There we
Giddey.
go. Vooch passes it. Kobe White. 8 seconds.
Pocket six.
He's on his clock.
Vucevic,
Vooch with the
screen on
screen.
Mitchell.
Kobe
The Bulls need to get off a shot.
Kicks it.
Money.
And Vooch.
Vooch, the big man, makes the biggest play of the night.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Darius Garland, he's checked in for Jerome.
Y'all win. Darius
There's
Garland.
25 seconds
Go
left
on,
in the
Mitchell
fourth
Garland.
quarter.
Giddey on Garland. Come on.
Giddey against
Garland
Garland.
looking to call for
Allen with the
forward.
screen on
Screen
Giddey.
Allen.
Garland
He
for three.
shoots.
Misses
He
the three.
missed.
From
Jerome,
deep, Mitchell.
Wide open, Novak.
Misses the tray. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And no good. As the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
You can't do that.
And he's able to hit the
He
second
makes
one.
the second.
And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
4-point game. They got to get
And
down.
Cleveland has possession.
Score fast.
Outside Strus.
Garland, shoot it. Shoot
Garland
it.
for three. Count
Garland.
it. And
Shoots,
that one
man.
brings them within one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And an intentional foul right
Foul.
there.
1 second to get.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And what a way to cap off a riveting series in round 1.
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Devin Vassell. Sochan is out there with Horford. Then it's Castle. And for the Jazz, we've got Santi Aldama. Smith is out there with Monk. Then there's Walker Kessler. You know, Doris, with all the fanfare of opening night, it must be tough for the players to keep their focus.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a ton of excitement because you've put the off-season to use trying to improve your skill as a player, but you love the game of basketball. It's hard not to get amped up. You know, it's just the mature players who are able to channel that in the right direction.
Pass to Horford. Here's Castle. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Al Horford is so impressive as a passer, a big man who can dish it, so valuable.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Monk outside. Monk with a screen on Vassell. And Aldama has it in the corner. Now Sochan. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Pass to Aldama. Pass to Aldama. Smith with it. Smith with it. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock at 6. Aldama with the ball. Aldama with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. Picking him up. Smith, no luck. Smith, no luck. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. Here's Castle. Sochan with the screen. Shoots from 14. Kessler with the rebound. Smith right side. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Kessler. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, contact from the defense, but Mr. Kessler just powers right through it.
Vassell outside. Here's Castle. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. So it's the Jazz now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Vassell grabs the board. Here's Castle, covered by Smith. Vassell sinks the triple.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Goes back up. Monk outside. There's a screen by Aldama. And Malik Monk gets the three.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
And finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here's Monk. Pass to Aldama. Here's the screen. Covered by Vassell. Inside. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
Now, here's Horford. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Horford with the screen on Smith. Vassell outside. Off target with his three. And so Monk will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. This, of course, their first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Here's Vassell, following the bucket by the Jazz. Pass to Horford. Now, Sohan, picked by Horford. And it's Vassell in the corner. It's the three-point bomb.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Spurs leading by 5. Vassell, a screen on Monk. Vassell outside. That three off the mark. Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And the layup falls. 6 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Horford with the screen on Smith. And he drives in. Hassel misses. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Monk outside. Pass to Kessler. Back to Monk. Poked loose. Tries again. Right wing. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good. Monk's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Jazz.
And you got to love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Here's Smith. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Kessler. Up top, Monk. To the left wing. Aldama finds Smith. Let's go. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Vassell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Vassell's got 9 points.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
And the Jazz with some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And Georgia subbed in for Malik Monk. Spurs also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Hey, Kevin. I've just got confirmation that the early season trade the Jazz have been pursuing is final. They had a player on their wish list in Malik Monk, and they got him. Above all else, the thing that the coaching staff really loves about Monk is his efficiency. They want to run a more streamlined offensive system, and they think Monk can help them do it.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. San Antonio with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Vassell outside. Offline with his three.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here's Aldama. It's George on the wing. Pass to Reed. And the shot goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Castle. Vassell outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
San Antonio trailing here. Johnson kicks to Vassell. Back to Johnson. A 3-ball. Reed with the block.
Well, give Naz Reid credit. He perfectly timed that block. Wow.
Yep, that one goes. And it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Horford. Johnson with it. Missed inside.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Aldama, guarded by Horford. Johnson over to help. Utah moving it around. And here's George for 3. Horford with the rebound. Spurs trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Vassell. Knocks down the 3-ball. Vassell's got 12 points in the game.
And practice is paying off. Vassell has worked so hard to get his shooting dialed in.
You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
Castle misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
George passes to Reed. Shoots over Johnson. Reed misses.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Puts it up from 12. And he can't bank that one in. Utah leading. George looking around. The Jazz again can't hit it. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. And the basket by Vassell. He's got 14.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Fires at the elbow. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Keontae George deciding, all right, you want to concede the mid-range, I will get to that spot.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guy. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defense. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Sohan. Here's Champagnie. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Monk is out there with Collier. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Santi Aldama. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Johnson up top, defended by Aldama. 5 on the clock. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. On its way from Monk for 2. Branham pulls it in. San Antonio leading by 10. Pass to Champagnie. Trains the three-pointer. Champagnie's got 9 points.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
There's a screen by Aldama. To the inside. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just a great player in the open court. Johnson moves so well and able to complete that break.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.